So, yes, it was, in 1969 when humans actually arrived at the moon. Well, they found no life form in the moon. They continued to observe, inference, and even planted a few robots there. They weren't not like the rovers like we have today, since those robots were not really robots at all. This is because technology was 50 years back. 50, when some technology days, that means that we're going to have. Basically, this means that your calculator is basically NASA's whole supercomputer. That's right. The processing power of your calculator is equivalent to NASA's big whole supercomputer server room. And with processing power like that, you can't get that far anywhere. So, a few people risked their lives to go to the moon. Well, they did send a monkey first to space, well, which sadly died since they didn't send robots. They sent a human. They sent humans then. Very risky mission. And now it's been a whole 50 years since the first and the other successful launch of the new Mars rover to 2020. So this is how it looks like. I'm going to be discussing two topics. So the new and improved version. Well, the thing about this version is that it's basically way more sturdier. What does this mean? Well, what I mean by sturdy is when it means that it's been more improved technology. For example, the new Mars rover is 10 times faster than the old one. That means that its lifespan could be 10 times faster. And this is the, let's just say, satellite image of the Mars rover landing on Mars. This is basically this is basically a video game, in a sense. Basically a very, very complicated video game, which involves $1 billion at line if you win or lose. So this video game is basically controls the Mars rover. This $1 billion video game basically concludes whether the Mars rover lands successfully or if it's just a failed launch. This new Mars rover has not 4 but 6 wheels. That's right. Has way more new, higher and more efficient processors and so on. So this is how the wheels look. And Mark Rober, another YouTuber with 16 million subscribers, posted this video of the new Mars tire bouncing about. As you can see, the wheels act as springs when it goes up and down. As you see, there's little edges here. This is the image of what it does look like. And also, it's supposed to feature a drone, where in the future we could just add many of these drones to fly here and about. No, this is complicated machinery with photos and stuff like that. So here it is. There's a scroll compressor, SOAKS assembly, and sensor panel assembly. This is basically the CO2 to oxygen generator. Basically takes carbon dioxide and puts it into oxygen, which was discovered in 1969. Except nowadays, it's, way more efficient. Since it takes way less power, and so forth. This is the future image of what it could be like in 200 years. This is what it could be like. There could be a whole base with a bunch of these. That's in 300 years, maybe in 400. These are some images of the NASA satellite. And yes, do I personally think extraterrestrial life could exist? Well, yes, especially after the Bigfoot sighting on the 2007 Spirit rover, it certainly could exist. Not gonna lie, since there's certain forms of water traces that have been left behind. So in my opinion, Mars rover is going to be a success, and there's going to be extraterrestrial